Hey, what's going on, y'all? Back with another one. Back with another one. This is Thursday Thrills, the 78th edition. A lot of things to talk about. A lot of things to talk about. A lot of things to talk about. We're going to talk brief about the conflict. We're just going to call it the conflict tonight. Y'all already know. Just don't listen to when they actually say H and I. Call it H and Z. Now, I'll explain why in a couple of more minutes. Why this is set up by the top. Esau is going to war with you know who, Ishmael, and some of our people over there. But we ain't gonna get into that. That's a whole nother discussion. I can do a whole separate stream on that. But in reality, what we're seeing, prophecy being fulfilled. That's what people are saying. I've seen a lot of news, I think from Sky News, Al Jazeera, of course, and other news. I don't watch mainstream media. Y'all know that. I don't care for them. And I watch other news from Rumble. Different takes. They're lying about the beheadings, but we ain't gonna get into that. There's no evidence of that, but that I stand on that. I don't care who likes it. I don't care at this point. I'm going raw tonight, but we're gonna talk about it brief. Rest in peace to those that lost their lives on both sides, and it's awful. We know. I'm not gonna get into details. Y'all can go find different news sources. I'm not gonna explain that because that's the hot trend right now. This is gonna probably last until next year. Next year's elections are going to be very serious. They're going to be talking about this incident. Keep in mind, pay attention the next couple of months and next year. And I'll explain why this conflict escalated. See, remember they was talking about Putin last year, Ukraine and all that other stuff. Pay attention to this conflict, this new conflict right now last Saturday. I didn't know it was a conflict Saturday. I missed it. This weekend I was enjoying football. You know, my Eagles won and everything else, and it's they're undefeated. They're undefeated. The Eagles are undefeated and everything else. And then sooner or later, I heard there was a conflict. I know tonight is the Chiefs and the Broncos. That's a big game, and the Broncos should play well, but the Chiefs are going to win the game. I'm just going to be serious with y'all. Chiefs going to win the game. A lot of teams with the best record, and yeah, the Broncos and Dallas. I know they lost last week. They 3-2. My team is 5-0 right now. San Francisco 5-0. This is going to be a fun game, and Sunday is going to be wild. So yeah, this is a great time. Sports is in, but yes, the conflict. I hope we do not go to another war. But you know how it goes. But we ain't gonna talk about it. We just talk about it briefly because I know people is curious about my thoughts on it. Me personally, let the best man win. Everybody's on high alert in this country right now. Just be safe this weekend. Be safe this weekend and be safe tonight on Friday the 13th. Yes, I know people, I don't believe in the bad luck, but be careful tonight because tensions is high everywhere. I'm just gonna keep y'all. It's a fair warning. Tensions is high everywhere. Just if you think about traveling outside or whatever, just be careful because that affects everybody at this point. Because this is going to last so probably till next year in the elections. I know everybody don't like Biden. I understand. They hate his guts right now. Now it's like, what is he going to do about it? I don't see him lasting that long next year. Because it looks like a Republican's going to take us back. This war right here, Republicans, they better talk about this, and they are not going to war with anybody. The Republicans let that clear down. Democrats, on the other hand, they love going to war. That's how they make money. But shouts out to Kwame Brown for breaking that down on his live stream, and I was looking at that, and I was like saying he know what's going on. Somebody's making money off of this, but we ain't gonna get into it tonight. But it's a lot going on. I did saw some video with the gangster disciple guy. His name was Ike Taylor. He said some interesting stuff about the revolutionary stuff. I watched a movie, First Time Felons, right? I watched it today. It's the second time I watched it. I watched it on YouTube twice. This is an old independent movie back in '97, but man, it exposed a lot about street life and people, of course, and of course, niggas they're gonna be who they are. No jobs or nothing, right? But a lot of times it affects people. But then when I saw Ike Taylor's video, of course I saw the video and subscribed to someone's channel, but talking about the history of the gangs and stuff like I used to watch in Gangland. And this interview with the other guy with the underbelly, he explained a lot of stuff about black people in Chicago. And he co-founded, he was cool with Larry Hoover. And I thought that was very interesting. Y'all need to watch that. Just type in Ike Taylor, the co-founder of the Disciples. And they was an organization, and then he tried to make them as growth development. That's a thing now. That's been the thing for years. I remember when they called himself growth development and then graduated. Now, he mentioned a lot of things about Obama, the Obama years and all that, and recently elections and then what's going on. It's wild. And it's like I think it was last month he mentioned. It was September. Very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, it's a lot going on. Yeah, the game is tonight, and I believe it's a lot going on. You know, the NFC South is interesting. The Falcons is 3-2, and the Buccaneers 3-1. So it's very interesting what's going on. I don't know. The NFL season's up for grabs because we don't know who's going to lose next week because it's hard to be undefeated in the NFL. Y'all know this. Y'all know this. This stuff is wild, and I've been busy and moving around and shit. It's crazy. But yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, today and all this stuff. Okay, this Sunday, you already know the Titans and the Ravens is this coming Sunday. They says at 9:30 a.m. That's probably somewhere in Europe. Probably somewhere in Europe or somewhere the Titans and the Ravens. Very interesting. Starfield update. I don't give a shit about that. Yeah, I had to talk about the political stuff and the military-industrial conflicts warfare. You know, it's just it's one of those things that we gotta be mindful of. You know, the NFL is crazy, but let's talk about Victor Wembanyama. I saw some highlights of him. That boy is good. What I tell you, that boy is good. He is good. He is good as a needle. He is good. Y'all can say what y'all want to say about old boy. That boy is good. They got a 5 to 10 year window. I believe he's the next best thing in the future. I just want to know people you gotta understand something. A lot of people don't like Wembanyama right off. I just want y'all to understand that this stuff is real. Like, you got guys that try to do as much as you can, but Wembanyama is one of those generational talents I see, but he's an ethnic player from somewhere else. And I think a lot of people do not like foreign players. That's been like that since I was coming up as a kid, and I understand they was trying to take over. But the guy said it in an interview from the he's a former GD organization. What's the name of the video? Y'all can go watch it. It's the underbelly. Let me see the underbelly. It's called the Soft White Underbelly. Go check out his channel and go for the Gangster Disciples co-founder interview. Like Taylor, he said some interesting stuff about guys, interracial dating, and he talked about foreign athletes taking over than black players, the history of our history, who we are. And he's absolutely right. Yeah. And everybody's going to support the foreign player. That's a fact. That's a fact, y'all. And that just shows to show you that where we at today, you know. I'm just not tripping off of what's what right now. I know people, you know, it's going to give me hate tonight, but that's fine. But salute to y'all that's watching. But, you know, I don't give two damns who's hating. But it's part of the game. You know, it's part of, you know, these live streams because everybody's talking about that situation overseas. I do not care about that. That is just a distraction. I know Esau is in power. And we can't focus on what Esau is doing. Let him go to war. Let him do their thing. Let those two group of people do their thing because that's going to take away the fact what's really going on. Yes, we got situation here in the U.S. elections. See how things moving over there. It's just a final piece of the cavalcade of wars, right? See, you notice they stopped talking about Russia and Ukraine. A lot said they got tired of that. No, they didn't. It's still going on. You just don't hear about it. It's just in spurts, but it's going to rise up again because everybody's on high alert. And America's giving weapons to you know who that represents the other side, you know, the team, you know, their ally, you know, and then Ukraine's the other ally They represent the same people, the Edomites, right? You already know it's going to be some bad blood in this country. The crime's going to go up everywhere. Yes, the gas is low right now. Saudi Arabia is scared to death, and they know this group is not playing. They're going to extend further and further. Now, this reminds me, I'm not going to try to scale. This is like they said they had a 9/11 field. Okay, let's roll with it. If they have a 9/11 field, do not be surprised next year, and do not be surprised in the future, because this is an ongoing thing. Y'all got to remember, the 21st century is a violent era, violent century of all time. Terrorism is all-time high. Terrorism is the most talked about around the world because it fuels warfare. Now, we know terrorism is a loose word, but terrorism has become the norm since this century. Ever since I was a teenager, it ruined everybody. America ain't never been the same since terrorism. War on terror is still going on. A lot of people say it's not going on. No, war on terror is your World War III. A lot of people try to say it's not, but it is your World War III. I don't care what nobody say. It will always be that. It'll be an interesting thing to look at, that the Masonic groups control these wars. So just be careful out here, because be on high alert. They're not playing. It's all over statewide and worldwide. And ever since that conflict, man, it's got everybody's attention. I try not to look at the news. And my advice to my subscribers or people that's watching and is not subscribed, do not watch the news. Me personally, I don't watch it. Do not watch that conflict. If you see anything talking about that conflict, turn that shit off and turn on some sports or something. Go outside, lift some weights, get your mind right, and just pray. And go to the East and get your mindset. You know, pray to the East, but don't go out there. Like, I ain't telling you to go out there, because they let them do their thing. That's all I got to say on that subject, because I'm going to be light and brief with it, because I'm going to focus on the athletic news, what's going on. And you got a lot of dumb players. Shouts out to my man, Dreamers Pro, going at Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas is another idiot, man. Bad takes, and he's sipping from Melly. I mean, salute to that boy. I'm going to troll Gilbert Arenas, but what he's doing to Melly, you already know Melly is looking at him. I say, if I was Melly, I tell her run too. But hey, but she's stupid. She gonna love that man because he got money. But man, Dreamers Pro, he got that response. He gonna get more famous with the subscribers he gonna get. And I'm telling you, Two Raw's gonna talk about this. I already know Two Raw's gonna talk about it. It's on, man. The LDBC at it again. You know, and Rumble's got some interesting live streams. Saw a couple of channels that kind of liked, and they were all right. But it's the new wave, you know, and other places new wave too. But YouTube is just, it's on a standstill. The lawsuits is getting more, they're going to be ramped up again. A lot of people try to say, there ain't going to be no lawsuits to Google and YouTube. Well, for right now, but it's not going to last. Google and YouTube is on terror alert right now. I just said it, terror alert. And we just got to sit back and watch. Sit back and watch what's going on, but we got to understand that the world is different right now. I told y'all this 2 years ago. Something's going to happen during the election periods. I told y'all this last year, 2022. That 2024 election is no joke. People are prepared for this. They was prepared for this last year. I told you. When Biden gets in, people want redemption in 2024. I talked about this, 2 years ago on live streams, and you heard us talk with the certain individuals that was on the panels. We all talked about it. I talked about it on this channel. I talked about a lot of various things, what's going on, but things are moving. But 2024 is here next year, and it's going to be in your face. This year is just the beginning years of what's ramping up in the future. So I understand that 2024 is going to be a magnificent year for elections. I know this war or this conflict or whatever is going on, it's going to be the tipping of the iceberg. Who's going to get in? And my gut feeling is the new right is coming in. So yeah, everybody's in their idolatry mode and acting crazy, getting down, cussing people out on those comment sections, on those news segments. I feel like stay away from the news for, I would say, this month, next month, and then the next one after around Christmas. Stay away from that. They're going to talk about this the whole month. I'm going to tell you that right now. They're going to talk about this the whole month, knowing these news stations. Stay away from it. It's going to die down. I'll give it about December. It'll die down in December. because December is going to look like the Ukraine shit because you got a lot of copycats. Everybody's doing the same thing. But you got to understand the sports world is hot. But Wembanyama, let me tell you somebody else. That boy is cold. He's dope. He can score from every angle. I say you need a Boca. He do a little bit, but he's a young guy. He'll fill out. But exceptional talent. Exceptional. I have never seen a player this good in a long time. The Spurs is a 5-10, is a 5-year, 10-year window. Let's just keep it 1,000. It's a 5-year, 10-year window. So don't expect them to go to the playoffs this year or in the near future because they got a long way to go. It's a process. So when you're dealing with people that don't understand that teams are still rebuilding, it's a long process. They're going to have to get some picks, some draft picks to see if players are going to be in it. Now, I know everybody's excited about the NFL, but the NBA is on fire. I know NBA preseason. I don't care about the preseason. I don't watch it as much, but that Spurs game, I had to see some highlights of that. I said, man, that boy is a beast. That boy is magnificent. You know what I'm saying? All around the same time. So we're going to keep in mind with the game, Denver and Kansas City, rivalry game, by the way, AFC West rivalry. The NBA is looking pretty good so far in the season. I don't know when the season is going to start, sooner or later this month. And you just got to look at what's going on. But Wembanyama made a great impression. We'll see how he does the rest. The official NBA for the scores and all that. Okay. October 12th. Rami Maccabi versus the Brooklyn Nets scores. Yeah. I didn't want to play that because I don't want to get hit. Yeah, how they do with the copyright stuff. But it's pretty much the same, man. Like you understand what's going on, but that's just what it is. I know people are not gonna come through right away, but but it's Thursday Thrills. This is my Thursday streams, and you usually catch me around 8:15. And Lop said you could go on later and things like that. Sometimes I don't do live streams late at night. I try not to because I got things to do. I'm not gonna do it at 10 and try to talk and then go crazy, go belligerent. What's going on? That shit's wild to me. That's just wild to me. I can do that, but I ain't got a space for that. You know what I mean? But if I had space for around 6 something and then go around 7, I will tell you how I feel. But in reality, the sports world is in a better place. I mean, it's looking magnificent. My Spurs is looking good. I ain't worried about this conflict overseas. You just got to understand, man. Just keep your mind away from the drama. What's the outside world? I'm telling you right now, you're gonna thank me later because in months, do not get caught up in that. Because all that is a distraction. It's gonna mess with your head in a long time. I'm just saying right now. Just be careful. Because there's a lot going on in the world, focus on that because that's a distraction. I see that a lot on YouTube. That's the content that everybody's talking about. They're getting views, and you know how sorry these sites are, and they just monitor and see if there's no terror activity. Now, I saw something on, I think, was it on Rumble? I saw it on Russia Today, one of my favorite. It was one of my news stations I watched a lot. I ain't gonna say it's one of my favorites. I mean, my favorites to me is Al Jazeera. They're balanced. Even though they have a little biases, but they have a balance. Al Jazeera has a great balance. They show everything. But RT is like, it got bounced off of here. But they on Rumble. But they showed a piece about Chicago. How the gangs just murdered each other left and right. And just like I thought, it's just like it's gotten worse now since the leadership is gone in Chicago. Now, I told y'all go watch the Underbelly one with the guy, Ike Taylor. He did a good job explaining his organization. He's from the South Side. He went to Edgewood to hang around in the West Side of Chicago. And it's no joke, man. It's no joke. But that's the thing that you see all the time. But then again, you see, that's the thing about culture. That's the thing about culture. Culture determines everything that what we do and how we see fit, right? But if you look at all people doing live streams, it's nothing but BS, right? But you know, Atlanta's halftime with Memphis, okay, you know, that ain't much. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping off of that. So you know how they go. There's a lot going on. Okay, the camping. I won't talk about that. Top three go. I'm 372. He's at the block, Kevin. He's wild, man. You better repair yourself easy. He said, pick a side. Crimea River, Nuri Martinez. Okay. I gotta watch this later. Okay, shouts out to LB with the political stuff. He's on that. And I know people's gonna defend the other group. I want to address two niggas that I can't stand. And I know they are people, but they're brainwashed. They love Esau's religion. Amari Stoudemire and your so-called champion that took steroids, Floyd. I said he took roids. They all do. These niggas, bro. These niggas, bro. I'm telling you, bro. It's crazy. But these two, what they was siding with, he's donating money to them, and then you got Amari trying to say F the BLM. Well, BLM, nobody cares about that group. They ran by same sexuals, but we ain't gonna get into that. But you dudes are so dumb. Amari, who cares? We don't care about you. Cry me a river, man. Amari needs to be quiet. For real, for real. He needs to be quiet and just get off the airways, man. Like ain't nobody studying you. I know you're a citizen over there, but I mean salute, but dude, you're practicing the wrong idolatry. But we're gonna address him in the future. But man, just shut the hell up. Ain't nobody siding with you. I thought you I want to know, did he quit basketball or not? I mean, this dude's a clown, bro. I mean, Amari, like, who the hell is you to defend Esau? That's see, you got a lot of defenders that will defend him, and it's everywhere. It's gonna be in sports. They're gonna talk about that stupid issue. Just pay attention to the drama. Pay attention. If y'all watching football, right? If you're watching the NBA this season, NFL, or any sport this season, tune out the propaganda they're going to push about this war overseas, right? That's going to be trending. And watch them not talking about sports. I'm going to keep in mind, they're not going to talk about sports or the stars. They'll talk about stars when it's getting good, but when certain situations and dramas or halftime, watching them talk about their political shit. That's what ruins sports, they say, right? Well, some of it, but the enforcement of the ideology, that's when people start turning. Now, I just heard a Sixers writer got fired by his comments about the other group. You know, we ain't gonna say the I word and the J word. We're just gonna say Edomites or Esau. That's what we call them over here. We don't. They get no love over here, or should we say Zionists? You know, Jesuits. But that's a whole nother story. That's far we're gonna go with them, the Masonic order, the group. But these boys took upon themselves, and you know, he ought to know Philadelphia is a patriot state. That's an old American state, deals with patriotism and all that type of stuff. They ain't gonna allow you have that in the NBA. You saw what they did to Kyrie. They didn't really throw him down the stairs. They threw his spirit down the stairs, told him, niggas, you know who we are? And they tapped him on his shoulder and said, Pee Wee, don't you? It's us or them. You know that state mentality, that's Esau's mentality. It's us or them. Whose side you on, boy? You know, but that's the stuff that you got to deal with, right? But pay attention to the drama in sports. They're gonna talk about this shit in conversation. Just tune it out and then watch the game. That's what I would do. Just tune them out and watch the game. But like I said, you know, a lot of people gonna get caught up on their BS, and you know, you got haters in the building, but that's cool, and that's cool. I don't give two shits about them. They're gonna watch the replay. But like I said, this thing is gonna be jumping in a minute. But you know, because it's a hot topic. I said I was gonna stop, but I am gonna stop officially this time. But it's crazy though, man, because that's what's on YouTube, and that's getting on my nerves. And I had to turn YouTube off for yesterday, and then last night not think about that nonsense because I heard about it last weekend. But you know, but this weekend I hope it'll be good. And you know, focus on football. I ain't worried about that over there. But again, Dream is supposed to go in that. I'm gonna finish it later with him and Gilbert Arenas, man. That shit is dope. But I know Averb is on fire right now in battle rap. He's going at it with Beasley and them, and URL is a mess right now. Lawsuits and battle rap, everything is going crazy. Everything's going crazy. So you see the big picture. A lot of people get caught up on other things. I got something on my mic. Let me see something real quick. Might have to blow it off or pick it off or something, you know, because that shit's wild. It's driving me crazy. So on one of my favorite mics, but I don't know if it was in the bag or not. But you know, but like I said it before, and I said it again, a lot of people just gonna look at it from their own angles and their viewpoints. That's fine, but I don't care about their viewpoints. They're so delusional and backwards. But like I said, it is what it is. Yeah. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm gonna be on mute. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I had to look at something on the Telegram, not Instagram, but Telegram. Telegram is dope. I love Telegram. It got all the people on there that I like. Telegram, Telegram, Telegram. All the hoes, bro. I'm entertained. Don't pay me no mind. Woo! I'm being ballistic right now. I don't care. I'm celebrating what's going on in sports, not over there, but you know, I had to put that in parentheses. But you know, it is what it is, man. Like that may show that is what it is. Show is incredible. They have some great shit. I like what they said about what's going on in the sports and the numbers, and they was talking about you know NBA and stuff like that. And I felt like that's need to be said. That needs to be said because nobody's better than Russell Westbrook right now. And you got players that are ahead of them, but 90 some on that list. I'll tell you, ESPN always do shitty rankings, but that's the stuff that you're going to look at in somewhat. But that's the thing. I feel like the situation with the sports, and I think the NBA is crazy, but you know, the NFL is going to be who they are, and they got their thing. Oh, wow. So there's a field goal with the Chiefs. Okay. So it's Broncos ball. Made him hit a field goal. Okay. Let's see what's going on in the NBA. Just gonna look at something real quick. And it's pretty much the same, but you know, it's just I'm just looking at it. Okay. Preseason. When's preseason going in? I don't care about these preseason games. Yeah. Let's see. So preseason 15th. Okay. Preseason. Oh, Lord. Preseason. Aha! So preseason's on the 20th. It's over. So the season starts. First game. Season starts. What did I tell you? October 24th. Lakers and the Nuggets. They're going to be at Denver. Now, if Jokic comes back in this game, I know y'all, I got some Laker fans subscribe to me. I do not see them beat the Nuggets. And here's why. It's going to be interesting. Now, if the Lakers good, they did good in preseason. I know they're going to do good preseason, but can they do regular season? We're going to see. They lose that game against the Nuggets, man. It's over, man. Y'all going to get off a bad start. I know LeBron struggles and he'll come back. Yeah, it's true, but I know he's not going to be playing regular season. We'll see. They say he got the surgery and not. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what they're going to do regular season. The first game, the 24th, right? Then you got the Suns and the Warriors. Now, the Suns and the Warriors is at 10 p.m. Lakers and Nuggets, 7:30. That's in Mountain Time. It's Eastern Time, our time, but Mountain Time, it would be like 5:30, right? And the Pacific Time is 7 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock with the Suns, but 10 Eastern, our time, but 7 o'clock Pacific Time in the Warriors in the Bay Area. So the Phoenix Suns and the Warriors, that'd be interesting. Those are two interesting games. There's two games on the 24th of October before Halloween. Now you got the Hawks and the Hornets and the Wizards and the Pacers and Rockets, Magic, and Celtics and Knicks all played on the next day, Wednesday. Interesting. So the NBA season starts on the 24th. And it's going to continue, baby. It's going to get nasty in November. NBA is here. So, yeah, I meant to talk about the legends and things like that. I'll make a special piece about Boston in Sunday dailies. I'm going to see what's going on. Now, I know I'm watching certain things, but I'm just like laying off on YouTube and things like that nature. But everybody's gonna get their feel. You get their feel in, and that's it. But in the sports world, what I'm focused on mainly is I look at things from a integral perspective. What's going on? People's distracted by what's going on around the world, right? But my focus is I look at the base level of, I would say, next year's 2024 election year. It's going to be exciting, and I know everybody's going to be emotional and driven and acting crazy, cracking heads or whatever. But y'all got to understand what type of stuff that you see right now, it's going to intensify in the long run. So be mindful what you're seeing next year. This year is just a wash right now. It's been a good year for me. It's been fantastic, and I know everybody's doing their thing. It's been a good year for me. She said day 2 for no vaping. It's crazy, man. Well, it's a lot of clingy women. I can't stand clingy women. I can't be that. That's too clingy. We ain't married like that. Rub to sleep. Girl, she want a husband. But I ain't gonna simp for that. That's a simp move, by the way. That was a simp move, by the way. They want to tag me in it. Okay. Oh Lord. These females like me on here on Twitter. Or I mean X, excuse me, X. It's wild. I found this content creator. Her name is Selena Castle. Very pretty. But she's got a YouTube, but she don't but she has some skits. She comes from TikTok. I think she comes from TikTok. And I gotta say, her TikTok skits are hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. Her TikTok skits are hilarious. I'm gonna go easy on her. She's cool. She's cool. That'd be funny if she came in this chat. I'll go crazy with her. I said, hey, baby, Selena, hey. Selena, what you doing? It's a lot of people. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. Everybody's still calling it Twitter. But like this site is wild. I'm not gonna talk about it too much because I know how people are sensitive and things like that, because it is what it is. Already got it. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy. But it's crazy right now because, people on that site, they going crazy and they tripping about the situation over there. I ain't gonna get mention them, X. We're gonna call it X, but Twitter, formerly known as Twitter. Man, that's just wild, man. It's been a wild year. 2023 is a wild year. I told y'all this. I told y'all this 2 years ago that things are gonna happen. This is election year coming up next year. You're gonna see a lot. And yes, Trump is tripping right now. I think they moved him down here. I live in GA. They moved him around and he was cussing out a judge and it was contempt and they had to give him a gag order. And my dad said he was kind of scared. In some aspect, he probably is. But it's just what it is, man. Like, this is wild, man. This is a wild year. This is a wild year. Now the NBA is impressed. That Wembanyama kid, I gotta say from first, I don't preseason don't count, but the kid is good. I got to see what he's going to do regular season. Now, he's going to get rookie of the year. Me personally, that's just my person. I kind of agree with certain people with Basketball Facts 2.0. He's got a new channel now. Shouts out to him. Reloaded. Y'all can go find him. And Dreamers Pro, the one is going after Gilbert right now. Salute to him. And who else is going to say rookie of the year? It's going to be close. Some people will give it to Chet, and Chet's from Minnesota, by the way. I found that out from It Is What It Is by Cameron. They said another great white hope. That's what the NBA wants. They want Chet Holmgren to be the next superstar since Larry Bird. That's what we'll see if he lives up to it. This is the thing. If he don't get injured, if he lives up to what he did in college and what he did, now, this year, he has to live up to that. He's on a bad team. They're decent, but they're a bad team. They're not a good team, the Thunder. But if he turned them around, two small market teams going at it, they're rivals. It's going to be a fun matchup. But the Spurs is on a 5-10-year championship window. Now, they can make another run. But the thing with Wembanyama's going to have to deal with, they're going to have to add some more pieces. Now, if they do it before the 5-year mark or the 10-year mark, I will see them being in contention to compete against the Nuggets. The Nuggets are the strong favorite right now. There's a lot of good teams in the West. Yes, you got the Suns. Yes, you got the Jazz. Yeah, you got a lot of good teams. We gotta see though. Me personally, I got Denver coming out of the West. But if their opponent, it could be the Suns or the Clippers. Me personally, I think it's gonna be the Suns. The Warriors, not so much. I don't see the Warriors. They'll make the playoffs, but the Warriors, not so much. Memphis is good, but Memphis ain't gonna be the same. I'm sorry. Memphis is gonna be competitive, but they're not gonna go further. A lot of people try to say Sacramento's not gonna go further. Sacramento's gonna go further because they did good last year. They took the Lakers 7 games. It's a possibility. We don't know what the season's gonna look like. There'll be some games. They'll have some streaks, but you know how it is. You know how the NBA is. It's gonna have its moments and its pitfalls and everything else. So you're looking at a big picture, what's going on. A lot of people just get caught up on the formalities and things like that nature. And I understand. I understand people just don't like certain individuals and things like that. But once we get down to it, that's how we're gonna be. But that's how I look at the situation. But the situation is just it's in dire straits. So let me see what's going on here. I'm gonna look at something. I'm not on YouTube really. I got the studio, but I'm not on the thing. I don't want to get popped. I don't want to get popped. See what's going on here. Damn, who's buzzing me? Shit, Telegram as usual. Girl, yeah, you on tonight. I know you tripping. Yeah, I appreciate everybody. The Sunday dailies, I appreciate y'all. And then the couple of days ago, Sunday dailies, I appreciate y'all on that last month. I didn't mean to get those type of views like that, but it is what it is. But you know, the hate is real, and I understand. I know people don't like my black ass, but they just like say, "Hey, this guy talk about wild up over here." But you know, it's just what it is. But you know, I talk about various things, man. Like this week is gonna be happy times. I'm enjoying what's going on in the sports world and things like that. But sports is back. The other stuff is BS. We're not worrying about that. That's just distractions. I already know what's going to happen next year, and it's going to be an interesting year. It is going to be an interesting year, and we're just going to leave it at that. And it just goes to show you that people are on their stuff, and then just let's see what the action is going to be. But I know what's going on next week, and I've got to see what's going on the Independent Thinking series. I know this Thursday, I'll be talking about various things as well. But you know, and I gotta see first. I gotta see if this video doesn't get popped or whatever, or if I get some information, I'll let y'all know it in the community tab. Y'all can follow me on the community tab. And that's the thing about that. So it's like, you know, you got people just coming at you sideways. I know everybody's gonna hate, and regardless, you think I could do shits what people think. I really don't. I know people is gonna hate regardless. But the whole thing is you gotta understand that sports is the hot commodity right now when you talk about NBA season and football is at its best. So you got things going on. You know, everybody's get on a grind this year. This year's been good to me because I felt like I talked about a little bit more sports in the political stuff because the political stuff got draining. I talked about that like 2 years ago. Now it's at the war stages. We're through with that. I'll come back at it probably next month and see where we at. And if they, I'll throw some subliminal shots at it and then just leave it at that. Because I'm enjoying Rumble with certain news states I used to watch that used to be over here, but I'm only watching France 24, Al Jazeera, and Sky News, and other news stations too, and articles and stuff. I'm not really into it that much. I know the history of that conflict over there, but I just want to mention it one time. The people that don't know just came in. We talked about it brief, and I have nothing to say about it. It's prophecy, and we're just gonna move forward. That's basically what I'm saying. I'm not gonna dwell on it because all it does is creates more controversy and conflict. But just be careful tonight. Be safe. Be safe at the World Series games. I mean, the playoffs. I mean, my Braves are just getting dismantled by the Phillies. But I don't know who's going to win the World Series this year. It's a lot of good teams in here and some upsets. But just be careful what you consume on here online, because it's a lot of BS on here, and just do not get caught up. Do not get caught up on here, because everybody's trying to brainwash you and things like that. And just don't get caught up on the drama, man, because everybody's emotional. Let them get their feelings out. Let them do what they do. And just, but if you want to look at sports, that's a great escape right now. The great escape right now is football. Yeah. It is what it is. I think Melly's taking a break from the Pineapple Show. She messing with Gilbert. That's all she wanted. A lot of people try to say she's grifting. Yeah, she's grifting hard. It's a big grift. It's a big grift. It's a big grift. But it's just a lot. Instagram's got broadcast channels. They got broadcast channels. I got invited to a couple of them. But I use my Instagram not publicly, like privately. I don't give it out on here. I really don't. I already got who I got on here. I just use that for entertainment. I don't use nothing serious like content. No. So I just let it be. That's how I treat them other sites. I'm an observer. I'm basically an observer. I'm just an observer guy. See what's going on and just say, that's what we do. Once you observe what's going on, you just know what to say and things like that. But I just don't argue with people like that on here on the internet. My days of debating people, that you have to go back to the days of the chat rooms on Moco Space. I was on Moco Space years ago, and I still got that account. I don't know if I can access it. I have to access it on my other computer and stuff like that. That's wild, and that's been that long. That's been that long to access what's going on in today's world. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I think people just get caught up on the other stuff and the silly stuff, and that's what's going on today. But I feel like that's the stuff that we're into, right? And I'm just looking at the big picture. How are we going to make it so far, right? But it's a lot of people I used to be subscribed to, and I cut a lot of people off. And I think that's a great thing. And it helped me out in the long run just to see who's who on here. And then I just start spreading my, tentacles out here and everything else. But you see the results. You see the results that's coming in. People coming in, new people coming in. And it's just like, okay, we're here. But basically what I'm saying is I know people are gonna just hate regardless. But I'm not tripping about what the hate is. I understand it. I understand people have their thing. Atlanta and Philly. Oh, this is probably I don't know if it's the last game. We got to see. Atlanta's playing them tough. Oh, they may win a game. Braves may win a game. We never know about these situations. About these situations. But yeah, it's been an effort going on me. But They said, "Are you gonna bring back the Friday Special Madness?" I don't know about the Friday Special Madness. I don't know about that. I thought about it. I thought about it. If I did, I don't know if I want to open a panel. I don't know if I want to do it on this software. I don't know if I want to do it. I may not want to do it, but I'm keeping this software. Yeah, because I use this for pre-record. I used to put people on panels and stuff. But if I had the StreamYards, if I had extra money to get StreamYards, oh man, if I would, I got a StreamYards account, but I got the free one. But if I did that on StreamYards, boy, oh boy, on which mic I would use, I would have talked to y'all in seconds. I know it won't be loud enough, but it's gonna get that focus. Now that goes, people be on stream and act crazy, then there it is. But some people, they just get caught up on the little stuff, right? But what you hear now is you see things for what it is and whatnot. And, people try to say, why is he talking in that gray circle and all this other stuff? Well, I got a microphone. Yes, I got gear. I know niggas gonna hate regardless. And so this nigga talking about microphones again. He's dumbass. And I say to those people, you're a fucking derelict. Wow. But it is what it is. Like, I understand, man. I understand. Hey, what's going on, APTV? Salute, man. Salute. Man, I tell you, man, that Telegram, bro. Woo! Thank you for that platform, man. I'm enjoying the hell out of that Telegram, bro. I ain't gonna tell you what you post in there, but I follow other pages too on there. I found some interesting people on there. It's a replacement for Tumblr. I'll tell you that much. Because I used to have Tumblr, and I deleted that. When did I delete that? I deleted that 5 years ago. I deleted that 5 years ago. Yeah, it was 5 years ago. That's that fast too. Yeah, that's 5 years ago. I had that shit for shit. Had everything. Yeah, I did the news and then I did the wild freaky stuff, but I had to cut that off, man, until they, ruined it for everybody. And then they went to. That's why people on what you call X now, that formerly known as Twitter, all the people came from Tumblr because of that. The situation. The plus size NFCWs. That's a whole other story. I can talk about a whole stream on that, but Telegram though might have replaced Tumblr. Now it was Twitter for a while, but nah, you can go to Telegram. Okay. At first, I didn't care for much about it. I've heard about it, Telegram this, Telegram that, but I said, damn, okay, let me get Telegram. And shouts to Epsilon for that, man. Like, that's just dope. That's my replay. I can use it for something else, Yeah, I saw AJC in Red. He cooked the shit out of Red, man. He cooked the shit out of Red. Thought it was funny. I think he was going at the Slug and then Red. I said, man, AJC and Red, he's hilarious. That dude's hilarious. Then you got that what's the name? Action Potential. I call him AP22. AP22 is a fool. He was on old boy's channel trolling, and I think I clowned him one time when the Slug was on the panel. Yeah, I was on that panel. That dude was stay talking shit about old boy, right? The Prophet. Y'all know who I'm talking about. And he goes everywhere. This dude is hilarious too. He's laughable, but he ain't coming over here because I don't want to argue with his fake military stolen valor ass. But that's all I'm gonna say. A lot of them dudes is fake. I don't think they ever served. They just be fronting this. I served the military. Most of y'all fake. Stop it. He tries to show his personal information who he is. Boy, you can get your head knocked off. This is the internet. You can die off this internet shit through terrorism. This is the world, baby. All good things must come to an end. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah, all things good. Yeah. If you're talking about Tumblr, yeah, man. They keep us informed. I'll say that. Yeah, they do. They keep us informed. Hell yeah, man. Like that shit's wild, man. That shit is wild to me. And I'm just like, I appreciate people with the likes, you know what I mean? Salute. But it's just wild, man. Like that shit is wild. That shit is wild. And like I said, I'll be on here for like 5 more minutes. I'm just gonna talk, just drop this little joint. And yes, I talk about that overseas. We're not gonna talk about it enough on here. We're gonna leave that alone because that's prophecy. I'll probably speak on it a little bit, not as much. I'm not gonna speak on it that much. I'm just gonna keep it light and warm our people what's going on and be on alert. Just be safe tonight because this is Friday the 13th. You know how people is believing superstitions. So I don't get into that, but I don't want to say I warned you. Be on alert. Be ready. Stay ready. Pray to the east, whatever. It ain't over. I'm just saying, just be careful tonight. It's a lot of crazy things going on tonight. I mean, just find something to do to distract your mind away from this. If you're playing video games like Starfield and all that, that's a great escape, right? That is a great escape. What's going on, right? There's a lot of games I escape. I play DMC all day. I just finished and beat the games. Now I'm playing on the 5th game, trying to finish this difficulty level and try to unlock Dante Must Die. Very interesting, though. Very interesting. It's a lot of interesting things going on. But in reality, I just feel like you got to find something distracting. Now, I did watch the movie. I told y'all earlier in the stream about the first time felon. The first time felon shit, it was wild. That shit is wild. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna hold you. That shit, that's a wild movie. That what happened to the last part is very telling what realistically happened to certain individuals. But we ain't gonna mention no names. Y'all know who. And we're about to go whoopity whoop woo. So, oh shit! I grabbed an undershirt. Okay, I have an undershirt. This bitch. They said, "Nah, I'm good," and wear the long sleeves. I can wear the long sleeve, but I ain't got nothing to rest my head on. I don't want to do that. Always like the hoodie. I can do that, can I? I don't like sleeping in no chair. Ain't got nothing stocking. Yeah, I'm gonna get away from that. But but if I have a clean pillow, I might end up getting a clean pillow. Might purchase me one. Clean pillow. Get a nice pillowcase and all that. Might get a new one. Just leave it at that and then just sleep. That returns my hair and all this other stuff. But anyways, but that's it for me for talking about things. But I'm gonna finish up the Dreamers Pro and the Gilbert Arenas thing because I think that's hilarious. I'm glad he responded to him. He said this could get ugly. And it's just kind of crazy, but YouTube is a big place. People can challenge people all the time and they don't care who's watching. Oh, speaking of the drama, a lot of people hate the filthy set. Now, Zip was going at it with Corey King. I used to watch a channel called Popcorn. They used to go at it, the Bullet Scotty section and all that stuff. These people, what did Nori call them? The filthy section. Them niggas is wild. But Zip done took that over. He's the champion. Shouts out to Zip, by the way. He's got a great channel and he's entertaining. And he's on fire. He's smoking these dudes, man. It's hilarious. He said, I'm a hooligan. But I ain't gonna say his cap phrase, but salute to him. But this dude is he's good to watch, man. I'm telling you, he's hilarious. He's the one that cooked Anton, the boulder head. We're gonna talk about that. But yeah, it's wild. But that Joe Budden and Drake, everybody heard the drama between them two. It just goes to show you that it's still going on ongoing. But you gotta understand, Life of Trust is too light. No, it's bigger than that. Drake should know his place. Ain't nobody studying him. I'll take Joe Budden over Drake any day. He was influenced by Joe Budden anyway, because everybody remember that song "Pump It Up" and "Focus," man. Oh, got to live it up. Woo! Jersey. Let me stop acting crazy, but you know what I mean. Let me step away real quick. I'll be right back. I'll talk to y'all. Okay, let me step away for a few seconds. I'll be right back. Let me go on mute. Yeah, I'm back. But you know, it is what it is. Him and Drake going at it again. It's just Joe done killed that boy. But it is what it is. But you know, a lot of people just get caught up in that little drama. That's all they care about is entertainment. You know how people love entertainment over everything else. They ain't gonna watch nothing important. But that's how people are. You know, great distractions cause commotions. Everybody's on high alert. Everybody's panicking. Everybody's waiting for their next meal. And everybody's doing their thing. And you gotta understand, this is the world we live in. That's the world we live in, you know. And we covered everything tonight. It ain't much. That's all I got. You know, the sports world is on fire. Football's on fire. Dion is being on fire as usual, even though he got to win these next couple of games. And I think, you know, Colorado should beat. Did they beat Arizona? I want to see if did they beat Arizona? I'm trying to see. Did they beat Arizona? Did they beat Arizona? Let me talk about Dion for a minute, because he get a lot of hate from LaBiscuit and JJ Redick. He get a lot of hate from LaBiscuit James and them. I always try to make fun of LeBron. I call him LaBiscuit James with the biscuit slam, the king of biscuits. Let me stop talking shit. Ohio State versus Purdue tomorrow. This weekend. I mean the Shabbat, I believe, what we call it. Oh my God. Yeah. Let me get my scroller. Georgia beat the brakes off of Kentucky. Not surprised. You know, I like the basketball team. I just don't care for their football team like that. I know a lot of people like their football, but I love their basketball. I love the college basketball. The Wildcats, I like the basketball. Their football is all right. It's all right. It's 24 in the nation. They okay, you know. I'm not really upon them like that. Dion's out of that discussion. That's why you don't see him on Google. Okay, let me go to the standings. Okay. Pac-12. Let's see what Colorado did. Colorado. They play Oregon State next month. To be determined October 28th. That's a couple of days. Okay. They play Stanford tomorrow. They should beat Stanford. They beat Arizona State. Yeah, they beat them 27-24. Yeah, they beat them. They're not even a ranked team. Okay. They play Stanford tomorrow. They should beat Stanford. They at home. On the road, they just beat Dion was disgusted. They play Utah at the end of the season. They go at Utah and they go at Washington State. The last two road games, Washington State, Utah. So they played the 19th seed, 19th in the nation, Washington State Cougars. Colorado should beat them, and they should beat Oregon State. They're 15 in the nation. They'll beat those teams. Colorado will play UCLA. They should win those games. Those are big games. Those games are big games. But we'll see what Colorado's got got the offer. But but that's enough on Dion. But we talked about we over the 5 minute mark. Appreciate y'all for coming through. APTV, of course. Salute to you, man. Always showing support. One of our moderators, salute to you, and the people in the class. Shalom to y'all as well for coming through. Shalom to the people of Israel and the Gentiles, of course. And yes, we'll see in the future and pray into these and get this right. And the Holy Land is in warfare right now. So it is what it is. And I just want to say, like, that's all I got tonight. I ain't talking about the drama on the news and things like this. If you're all distracted by it, just find something to do. Keep your mind occupied. Keep smart. Do the research. Move forward and move straight through. So with that, until next time, I will see y'all on the Thursday Thrills. I think it's the 79th edition. Yeah, the 79th edition. And then the Independent Thinking Series, the 32nd edition. I'll see y'all next week. And yes, I'll do Sunday dailies, of course. And we're going to do our thing. We're going to talk about various things. And, as always, and keep what's updating this week, because this is the Thursday Thrills 78th edition. And I'm signing off. Yes, I covered everything from overseas to sports, as always. Until next time, and I'm out.